Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today in the Franchises Ranked series, we're going to be taking a look at the DC Extended Universe. To say the reputation of the DC Extended Universe is shoddy would be putting it lightly. Not a lot of these films are great. I would argue almost none of them are great, so reviewing this series isn't exactly my favorite thing. But since the Batman trailer came out recently with Robert Pattinson, as well as the latest trailers for the Justice League Snyder Cut, as well as Wonder Woman 1984, I thought I might as well look at this and let's rank these movies from worst to not so bad. Coming at number 8 and in last place is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That title sucks, and this movie sucks. Margot Robbie is one of the only redeeming qualities. Her and Ewan McGregor, who plays Black Mask, are the only redeeming qualities of this movie. It's not funny, and it really thinks it is, which is worse than it just not being funny. The stakes in it don't mean much. The ensemble cast doesn't work. The humor doesn't work. Nothing about this movie works. It didn't make any money. It's the lowest grossing in the entire franchise. You don't really need to watch it. Avoid it at all costs. Just watch the Suicide Squad, and that's enough Harley Quinn for my taste anyway. Speaking of the Suicide Squad, coming at number 7 is Suicide Squad, another dumpster fire in the DC Extended Universe. It's not good. The ensemble cast doesn't work. Jared Leto's Joker doesn't even give it a chance in this movie. He's got like 12 minutes of screen time. I've heard there's going to be an extended version of it where we get more Margot Robbie and Jared Leto. But this movie sucks. It's not funny. It's inconsequential. The plot doesn't make sense. The costuming is horrible. Why does this movie exist? I hope The Suicide Squad, which is probably coming out next year, will be better. But Suicide Squad, there's a reason there's so many memes about it. Sucks. Coming in at number 6, we have Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I know a lot of people would have put this last in the DC Extended Universe, but I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people think it is. I think the Ultimate Edition, where you add a half an hour and make this movie about 3 hours long, makes it a little better as an overall movie. But it's still contrived. The plot still has so many holes in it might as well be Swiss cheese. And I don't like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, but I think Ben Affleck is great as Batman in this movie. Henry Cavill is serviceable as Superman as always. And I think this movie gets a bad rap. Sure, the third act where they throw in Wonder Woman and Doomsday and the weird cameos with emails with logos he got from Lex Luthor of the other members of the Justice League is contrived as always. Batman v Superman isn't great. It's pretty disappointing when this is the first on-screen meeting of Batman and Superman. People are trying to forget it. I largely have. Batman v Superman comes in at number 6. This next movie is probably number 1 on a lot of people's lists, but I think it's gotten way too overrated over the years, and that is Wonder Woman, directed by Patty Jenkins and starring Gal Gadot. Everyone acted like this movie was the second coming of Christ because it was the first female-led superhero movie, which really isn't true. And it was an amazing film with an amazing structure, an amazing narrative, and it wasn't. It's basically Captain America, the first Avenger, with Wonder Woman in it, and set in World War I instead of World War II. Not that interesting, not that new. It's a solid movie. I'll get it, and Chris Pine is great in it, and I'm glad he's going to be returning in Wonder Woman 1984. But I don't think this movie deserves all the praise it's getting. When it needed to be a little bit campier for me to find some enjoyment of it, when Wonder Woman comes out of the trenches and starts deflecting bullets, that is a great scene. If there was more of that, that would be great to see, and it would have made the movie better for me. And not to mention the third act is trash. When you have the guy who played Professor Lupin pretty much becoming the god of war, Ares, and putting on this horrible, horrible CGI, it didn't do Wonder Woman any favors. I think it's a fine movie, but I don't think it's as great as everyone else thinks it is. My next entry might have me putting my reputation in the trash. Number 4, Justice League. Now, don't get me wrong, I know this movie's not good, but it's enjoyment, it's dumb fun. It's basically like you're watching a Saturday morning cartoon with less development, as Red Letter Media would put it. And it's dumb. Pretty much Steppenwolf is the I am evil, I will take over the world for ultimate power. It is CGI, it's horrible. This movie's not great, but it's admittedly pretty fun. I mean, The Flash is good. Ben Affleck's Batman isn't as good as he is in Batman v Superman. It's light, it's not nearly as heavy. It's not as good as the first team up from Marvel and the Avengers, but it looks great on 4K Blu-ray. It's full screen, it's well shot, and obviously there was some meritable aspects of it because they're going to redo it next year for Zack Snyder's cut of it. Justice League is more fun than people give it credit for. People like to dog on it and act like it's the worst thing ever. It's fun. I find it more fun than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman took itself a little bit too seriously, and Justice League doesn't. It's dumb fun. You have Batman and the Flash cracking jokes at each other the whole time. Who cares? It's a good time. Coming at number 3, we have the wannabe Dark Knight. We've got Man of Steel. This movie took itself way too seriously. It's way too intense for a superhero movie. Superman's supposed to be a power fantasy of a 7-year-old. It's supposed to be, I'm gonna save everyone because I'm Superman. It doesn't do that at all. It's pretty much trying to be the Dark Knight. I mean, I don't want to see mass murder and basically 9/11 level events at the end of the movie. I don't need that. I don't need Superman cracking Zod's neck brutally in front of a family to end it. But it is pretty cool. It's the most epic Superman movie we've gotten yet. Henry Cavill, I think, kills it as Superman. And there's a lot of enjoyment to find out of this movie. I don't love it, so to put it at number 3 on my list shows what my opinion of the DC Extended Universe is. But Man of Steel, it's okay. It's not great. And it's number 3 on my list. Coming in at number 2 on my franchise's ranked series for the DC Extended Universe, it's Shazam! Shazam is the definition of dumb fun. Doesn't take itself seriously. It's pretty much like a comic book come to life. And it's really underrated. The fact it didn't make as much money as like Wonder Woman or Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman is damn near criminal for me. Zachary Levi is a great Shazam. And there's a great dynamic in this movie, a great family-centered movie. You can take the whole family too, minus a few scenes where some demons bite some people's heads off. That might make your kids wet the bed at night. But Shazam is a lot of fun. And if you haven't seen it, which judging a lot of people really haven't, you should definitely check it out. Shazam's a strong movie. It's really funny. It's probably the funniest movie in the entire DC Extended Universe. Give it a shot if you haven't. Shazam is my runner-up. Coming in at number 1 in my DC Extended Universe franchise's ranked video, it's Aquaman. Aquaman is everything I want it to be. Jason Momoa is the quintessential modern-day Aquaman. He's funny, he's buff, he's talented, he's charismatic, and he carries this movie. And I find myself rewatching it over and over because 1, this looks better than any Aquaman movie has the right to. When you throw $200 million into a man under the sea talking to fish movie, it's great. And the line, he doesn't really even talk to the fish, the water does the talking. That's a funny line. And if you need any other reason to love this movie, an octopus plays the drums. Did you hear me the first time? An octopus plays the drums. That's all I ever wanted out of Aquaman. It's a nice, fun movie. It's not too heavy. I mean, when you have lines like, I am Ocean Master, that's pretty much Aquaman encapsulated in a nutshell. It's dumb fun. It shows how much potential some of the lesser known heroes in this franchise have. I mean, when this makes more money than Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, an Aquaman movie does, there's a lot of potential for that character. It's number 1 on my list. I think the DC Extended Universe is pretty trash, and when you compare it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it might as well not even exist at all. It's pretty much been a failed experiment up to this point, but we'll see what the future holds. So what do you think of the DC Extended Universe? Do you agree with my list? Do you think Wonder Woman should have been higher and Justice League should have been lower? Let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Parker Reed. Thank you so much for watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Something is definitely bleeding.